My name is Nadia Kashif. I'm a teacher candidate at UIT, and this is my reflective analysis video for Foundations 2. My summary provides an analysis of my e-portfolio entry and highlights how my perspective about teaching and learning has changed and broadened during this journey. My vision includes a growth mindset with student-centered focus. I strongly believe in creating an inclusive learning environment that embraces diversity, caters to the needs of every student, and is consistent with Ontario's 21st century competencies while adhering to the standards of practice set by the Ontario College of Teachers. This program had made me realize that effective learning elicits from students' perspective. It must be relevant to students. Knowing and understanding how my students learn best will enable me to differentiate instructions effectively. Using a variety of teaching strategies and pedagogical practices such as backwards design, assessment, ongoing and timely feedback, effective questioning, classroom management, inquiry-based learning, self-regulations, cooperative learning, and most importantly, having a growth mindset will help my students reach their potential. Today, I will focus on assessment, classroom management, and effective questioning. I'm going to begin from the very first day when I entered this program. I was asked my thoughts on how do I personally view teaching. My answer was pretty rote. I included that the purpose of teaching is to foster a learning environment that supports students' social, emotional, and cognitive development. I briefly stressed on the importance that students must see themselves reflected in the curriculum. However, my vision at that time did not include a focus on assessment, classroom management, and effective questioning. When asked the same question in week 5, Foundation 2, my answer was more detailed. I talked about the importance of knowing my students, that I should have an understanding of each of my students' strengths, learning styles, needs, interests, and preferences, so that I can effectively plan instruction and implement appropriate assessment strategies to scaffold and tailor instructions to support the needs of the diverse students in my classroom. In week 2, Foundation 1, I talked about assessment as an integral part of the learning process. I can never forget how Diana had drilled in our heads that assessment is the process of gathering evidence of students' learning to improve students' learning and should be ongoing. Assessment reveals students' thinking and understanding. It is the only way to determine whether the learning goals are being met. It is important to use a variety of assessment strategies and tools and to provide timely feedback. In week 7, Foundation 1, I was asked to name one tangible and specific step that I will take to help me develop effective questioning. I talked about the use of combination of effective strategies, creating a safe and welcoming environment where students feel safe to take risks and share their thinking. I mentioned how effective questioning makes students' thinking visible. Formulating key questions, starting with the big ideas and working backwards, giving students enough think time. In week 2, Foundation 1, I was asked to define classroom management. I briefly stressed the importance of safe, inclusive learning environment and having clear goals and expectations. However, in week 7 on Foundation 2, my answer was more detailed. I talked about the importance of knowing my students, incorporating tribes inclusion activities, which I did not mention in week 2 of Foundation 1, establishing a sense of community in the classroom, setting clear goals and expectations from the beginning, creating a safe and inclusive learning environment that allows students to take risks, and making a positive difference in the life of each and every student. I will quickly end here with a quote from Aristotle. Those who educate children are more to be honored than those who produce them, for these only give them life and those the art of living. Thank you.